Hi everybody and welcome to the DABBLEDOO Arts Podcast. Each month we talk about a different topic and we give some teachers tips for the classroom and have a little bit of a chat and a bit of fun along the way. Hope you enjoy. Welcome to the Christmas podcast.
Hello.
Woo. Hello. How are we all doing?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Can we do a little roll call? Shay McKenna.
Here, present.
Máirín Byrne.
Anseo.
Wonderful. And Siobhan Quinn, Sanam Dum, Tommy Anseo. I am here. I'm absolutely buzzing for this podcast because I'm so excited about Christmas, as you can tell. How do you feel about Christmas, Máirín?
I love it. I love. We grew up in a big Christmas house, so we all grew up kind of loving Christmas. There was kind of no choice, really.
Yeah.
House is decked up to the nines every year. And,
Were you before? Oh no, I think this is after your time. Like, we used to have the full tinsel fanned across the ceilings. Did you have that in your house? Did you have
we
it?
all
No.
tinsel, yeah.
We have
very
like
90s thing to do, yeah.
Yeah.
we have like the beads, like the little gold beads.
Oh,
We have them everywhere. Like a Christmas tree in almost every room. Like, it is packed.
Christmas tree in every room.
Well, like, we have a kitchen one in the dining room, one in the living room. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's a lot of Christmas trees.
it's a lot of Christmas trees. They're all colour coded as well.
Oh, is
gold
there any
tree.
real ones or are they all
All artificial.
artificial? Yeah.
I think some of them
Huh.
might be older than me at this stage.
Mhm.
Great.
Shane, how do you feel about Christmas?
Great. Yeah. It's going to be busy. It's always busy.
Yeah.
Doing loads of gigs.
Oh, yeah.
Loads of gigs and loads of concerts and all sorts of stuff, yeah. Which is great. I love all that.
Great.
Mm.
We are a real tree house in the last couple of years, and we go get the tree at a Christmas tree farm in Wicklow, and it's a really lovely little tradition that we do, and it's such a fun little outing, and they always have like sweets up there and like hot chocolate and tea and
Where's
stuff.
that? Animo? No?
No, it's not Animo. It's on the way to Burtis Bay.
Lovely.
It's absolutely
Nice
fab.
little
Yeah,
trip, yeah.
it's great. And then they pick it up for you like first week of January. You pay them a tenner, and then they give all the money to like a local GA club.
Great.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
sound. And
Right.
also takes it out of your house.
I think we used to go to my Uncle Mick's farm and collect a tree, but I'm not sure if I ever go now, remembering back. I remember there was a trip made. I don't think I ever went for some reason.
Oh,
Maybe my sister went and I didn't go. But I remember you used to go to Uncle Mick's. That sounds like a great thing to do, but I don't think
Yeah.
I actually did it. But it was always good fun. Actually, when I lived up in Wicklow, it was good crack. Yeah, there's
so many
so many
Christmas
trees up there.
So
You should
many.
just stop at the side of the road and grab one.
You could. It might be
Pair
illegal.
of shoes.
Speaking of traditions, does anyone have any like really strong traditions in your family or that you'd like to share?
Yeah, we like Christmas Eve. Now that we're all like older, we'll get like we'll get a takeaway after. It used to be when we were kids, we'd come back from mass, but we don't really go anymore. We get the takeaway and we stick on a Muppet Christmas Carol, and it's one thing we do every year. We just have a bit of a movie night before we all go to bed.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I love that. I used to work in a Chinese restaurant when I was younger, and Christmas Eve was one of the busiest days of the year. Like, people just like, I'm not cooking, I'm not do
cooking,
it all
yeah.
tomorrow. But it was such a good buzz. It was so much fun, like, you know, because you're kind of a part of everyone's excitement about Christmas. So traditions, yeah, like same as you. Were all a little bit older. I'm the youngest of 5, which I probably say on every podcast. But this year we are all of us. There's 20 of us in my family now. We're all going to my sister's house in Cork.
Wow.
We all haven't been together like in a house for Christmas. I'd say, I don't know, 20 years or something. Like, yes, it's gonna be,
Wow.
and all the kids, like, it's gonna be
Ooh, how many kids?
like 11, ranging in age from 13 to 8 months.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be absolute chaos, like, but you know, it'll be good chaos. So yeah, very excited about that. So we'll take a trip down on Christmas Day, which I'm not too keen on, but like the roads will be fine, and
Yeah.
it'll be good fun.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah. How about you? Have you nice traditions in your family?
Yeah. We grew up in the countryside, so it's always nice winter in the countryside. You know? No traditions particularly that I can remember apart from the obvious ones. Getting the Christmas tree and all that up. But it's always time to make new ones as well, isn't it?
Oh, That's, I think that's really, really fun, especially when you start to have your own family, like you've got so much like, almost like power to like start new traditions, you know?
You can do what you want.
Yeah, you can do what you want. Yeah,
Start your own story.
Yeah. Create your own history.
Yeah, and I suppose in the classroom, schools might have their own traditions that they might do. There might be carol service, there might be bits and pieces and things that happen every year.
Yeah, like I think thinking back to when I was in school, there was the carol service, there was the nativity, you know, tea towels on the head. And then we used to have the Garda band come in.
Cool.
Once a year, and like a big brass band, and they give us, the thing I can remember is them giving us loads of sweets, obviously, but I do remember them playing all these songs on like trombones and everything. It was great crack.
Great.
Yeah, I think it's very different in schools now. Like I know a lot of teachers would do the Elf on the Shelf, and I did that one year when I was in a school where Christmas was a big thing, and it was a lot of fun because I kind of leaned away from the surveillance of he's watching you to you know, Figgy's here, he's on his holidays, he's done all his work making all the toys, and now he's here to have a bit of crack. So the kids loved him. So.
Yeah, it's exciting, but it can be very stressful for families as well, trying to sort that every single day. Like,
I mean, to try and figure out what to do with them in a classroom for 15 days.
Yeah, well, also without like making loads of work for yourself to tidy up and create a big mess. And
I don't think I'm going to go for the Elf on the Shelf.
I don't think I'll go.
Ours is only 3, so it's no. There's enough to be at.
Buy a few more years without it anyway, or enjoy the next few years without it. Okay, Christmas songs. Favorite Christmas songs, Shane?
Well, I was just saying before we come on that not just my favorite, but the best ever Christmas song is Ella Fitzgerald's Sleigh Ride. Has to be. I think it's great. It's got amazing. Actually, that whole album. That if there was one album, I think people should listen to this Christmas and every Christmas. It's Ella. I think it's called Ella. Just look up Ella Fitzgerald Christmas. And it's a whole album of like just classic American kind of, you know, there's a period of American music where they were just all making these amazing Christmas songs, putting loads of money into the production and big orchestras and amazing singers. So Ella Fitzgerald in full flow singing Christmas classics,
beautiful,
is amazing, and Sleigh Ride is great. Amazing trombone solo at the start. So anything off that Ella Fitzgerald album,
gorgeous.
So I'd recommend people to get that, listen to that all Christmas. If that's not a tradition, start that tradition.
Yeah, I love listening to records over Christmas. I'm like, pop it on. It's my favorite. I love listening to records all year round, but Christmas, I'm like, I just love taking out the Christmas records.
Yeah,
and I think the Christmas records as well, it's about nostalgia as well from previous Christmases. But again, it's never too late to start. If you've been listening to stuff, it's never too late to throw in a new album, and then next Christmas and the Christmas after, it'll be your thing that you stick on the Ella Fitzgerald. In college, when I was living in a house with a great fun gang in Dublin, that we always stuck on James Brown Christmas, Soulful Christmas, James Brown album, and that was amazing crack. That's another one people should stick on. It's a few classics, but songs that he wrote as well. James Brown, I think he died on. He was a huge Christmas fan, James Brown. Did you know that?
I didn't know that, but I kind of got that from the album.
He wrote he had 3 Christmas albums, I think, with loads of original Christmas songs that he wrote himself, like Santa Claus Comes Straight to the Ghetto and Funky Christmas Tree and all these amazing funk songs.
I just wish people would make more songs like that now, you know?
Yeah, see, there was that golden era, like I said, where they did, big musical artists did make Christmas albums, and it wasn't twee or it wasn't, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
so
just Christmas songs.
There's another, like Frank Sinatra and all those people sang loads of Christmas stuff as well. But Ella Fitzgerald and James Brown, I'd recommend
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
we were kind of reared on this one album. It was like, now that's what I call Christmas, probably like 1994 or something. And it was just, you know, like Wizard and Shakin' Stevens and all those kind of ones. So they're the ones that are like my nostalgia ones.
All
would
the
be
classics,
like, you know, Step Into Christmas, Elton John is one I found. Like it comes on, I'm like, oh yeah. I don't know if I have like a favorite though.
Yeah,
like,
it's hard.
It's really hard.
So many great songs.
My dad's favorite is I Believe in Father Christmas, the Greg Lake one. It's be the middle of July and he'll be singing that to himself. So I think I've kind of inherited that just from like the memories of my dad singing it and me being like, it's not Christmas yet.
Yeah. And Christmas movies, such a great time to watch the movies, isn't it?
I've never seen the Snoopy movie. I might watch that this Christmas. Have you seen that?
Charlie Brown.
Well, it's another one of the best Christmas albums of all time. Vince Guaraldi, the trio. So like really nice piano and double bass and a couple of other instruments in it. Well, drum kit as well. But amazing. The Charlie Brown Christmas album. Amazing. Snoopy Christmas album. Because you'd recognise a lot of the songs in it.
Yeah.
There's children's choir in there, so it's a really nice jazz trio with a children's choir. It's amazing. But I've never seen the movie.
Don't think I have.
Is it Charlie Brown's Christmas though?
Charlie Brown's Christmas, I think, yeah. There's a new one out, a new 3D version of it. 3D animation version of it that's meant to be very good and brings in a lot of the old soundtrack as well.
Oh, nice.
The original was from 1969, I think.
Oh, cool.
So that's another one that's nice to put on of that full album. It's lovely.
Okay.
It's nice, easily listening kind of stuff. It'd be nice for Christmas dinner. Stick that one.
Yeah, nice background music.
Yeah.
And Christmas dinner, are you turkey or do you do like something?
I'm not doing turkey this time because I'm choosing it this time. I'm choosing what I cook. I used to cook every year for my family in Monaghan, but I'm cooking for my own family now, so I can cook whatever I want. So I'm not bothering with the turkey. It was too much work. The full Christmas, all trimmings. You take 5 hours to cook dinner and everyone's got it eaten in 15 minutes. Didn't make sense. That ratio is not right. I want people enjoying dinner for an hour and it only took me 2 hours to make or something.
Mm-hmm. So what are you going to go for?
Well, last year I did a big like Italian feast.
Wow.
Amazing.
I did a big roast pork porchetta thing and like just a big ragu. Really nice one, like that, one that it took me 3 hours to make type of thing was nice.
Yeah.
So that was nice and soupy, like the rice ball things.
Yeah, like
arancini. Like arancini, but the Roman version that's got mozzarella in it as well.
Whoa. Send me on that recipe.
Oh, that's good. You can keep them in the freezer.
Oh yeah.
Pre-do them and then just pop them out on Christmas Day.
Can you put them in the air fryer?
I haven't tried them in the air fryer, but probably, yeah.
I only cook things in the air fryer.
Are you doing like your whole Christmas dinner in the air fryer this year? Turkey, ham, roast potatoes, everything.
Big enough turkey, yeah.
Just pouring a bit of Prosecco as well. A bit of Bailey's. Bob's your uncle.
Yeah. We reared a lot of turkeys one year on the farm, organic turkeys, and they were too big for people's ovens. They were huge things. Yeah. They were lovely, but too big.
We only ever get a crown because we don't eat that much turkey. Mm-hmm. Like in my family, two of my family members are vegan, so we never eat that much meat at Christmas, but we'll still do the turkey and the ham. But the crown doesn't take as long to cook. It's 2 hours. And so you do everything else while that's cooking. Yeah.
Do you do the ham on Christmas
Eve? Yeah. But
and you have it from when you come home from the pub / mass.
You see, we'd have our takeaway, but sometimes me and my dad would go and make a ham sandwich.
Nice.
Just before my mum caught us.
So wait till you hear this. I was chatting to a friend of mine yesterday and she was like, I have to go and get the stuffing now tomorrow. And I was like, what are you talking about? So her auntie makes the stuffing and she makes stuffing for loads of different people. So she'll have it all made up and she said it would do you for 6 weeks. Now I don't know if she's talking about eating stuffing every day for 6 weeks or once a week for 6 weeks, but I need to get a picture of it because it sounds like she's just getting a big bag of stuffing from this one auntie. And she is renowned for her stuffing. And I was like, what's the secret? She's like, she won't tell anyone what the secret is.
And stick it in the freezer and then take it out when they need it.
Stick it in the freezer and then cook it pop it in the turkey then. Or whatever you want to cook it.
Is it like a sausage stuffing or is it like a veggie stuffing? It's just look, she won't tell you anyway.
Breadcrumbs.
Onion and bread stuffing, I'd say. Yeah, okay. Bread and onion stuffing.
Nice.
Yeah. I love stuffing as well.
I think Christmas the one time we do the sausage meat stuffing. Well, we'll go buy it.
Yeah.
My mum won't.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I only had it for the first time last year, and I was like, I'm not sure about this, guys.
It's nice. It's nice.
So are you doing a turkey? Well, is your sister doing turkey?
My brother-in-law's going to do all the cooking.
There's a lot of pressure now when you start doing it because everyone, the bigger the family, everyone will want something like.
Yeah.
So, well, you could say I'm cooking, but I'm not going to do Brussels sprouts. And someone will say, well, I need Brussels sprouts, or it's not Christmas.
Yeah, but also you got to let go of that a little bit.
4 different types of potatoes. I know, but you don't.
If you're going to someone else's house, you have to be a little bit.
I would say that. Well, I like saying that if I'm cooking dinner, I'm just cooking what I want. But when it's Christmas, it's not. You have to cook what everyone else wants.
Because we divvy it up in my house. So each kind of person gets a role. So like my brother does the turkey and the ham. My dad will wash and peel all the veg and he'll do the sprouts. And like my dad doesn't really cook. So his pride is doing the sprouts on Christmas morning. And I'm in charge of desserts. So I got the best job. Just make up trifle tiramisu.
Nice.
Tiramisu.
Vegan tiramisu, but it's really good.
And then what's the movie you're on the couch after eating your tiramisu? What do you watch? Is there any children friendly ones we could recommend?
One of my favourites growing up that we had on like VHS was A Muppet Family Christmas.
Oh,
yeah.
And it's just so funny. And then even watching it as an adult, there's things you didn't pick up on.
Of
obviously as a
course.
kid. And every year I'll sit down and watch that, and I scoured every last corner of the internet trying to get that on DVD one year for my dad because it's his favorite film of all time. So
Did you find it?
I did.
Oh,
Great.
love the internet. Yeah. What do we do without it? Before, like, I just don't know how people
Kept
coped.
the VHS player.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm a big fan of Home Alone, and Elf
Yeah.
is great.
I don't think I've seen Elf.
Somebody told me yesterday they weren't a big
whole lot.
Elf fan.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. That's Will Ferrell.
Treat
is it?
yourself. Yeah, Will Ferrell.
Yeah. I've seen Home Alone a good few times now. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's great.
What else?
Speaking of lots of different types of entertainment, and also I was just thinking of pantomimes when you were talking about like the adult kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Like you're watching a panto as an adult and you're like, hold on a second.
Mhm.
But obviously it goes over kids' heads. But will you go to the panto this year, do you reckon?
Ooh, I'm not sure. I've not been for a couple of years now at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like we used to bring kids to it when we were in schools, but yeah, I don't know. There's so much to do in the weeks leading up to Christmas.
It's crazy, isn't it?
The amount of people you need to like. Oh, I must meet up with this person, and if you have friends living abroad and they come home and you're trying to, so
Yeah, it's crazy
That's what
busy,
I'm-
isn't it?
Yeah.
Nuts. That's what I'm saying with all the gigs. I've got 3 Christmas gigs coming up. And just even getting those, and then you might need a couple of rehearsals, and there's a couple of choir gigs and things, and it's a lot of...
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a busy
on,
time
isn't
for
it?
musicians.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they'll all be good fun.
Mm-hmm.
I've kind of aimed to have them all done early this year.
yeah.
Last year we were doing our big Christmas gig like a
22nd
week
or
before. Yeah.
something, yeah.
It's too late.
It
We're
is
doing it
too late.
mid-December. And it's nice to get into the Christmas mood and have some of these gigs a bit earlier.
Yeah.
Because when you have those big Christmas events, you're in Christmas mode. You don't want to be waiting too late for them, you know?
Yeah, you want to get in. Get into
Yeah.
that Christmas
Danny
mode.
is going... Any carol services required? Do you ever go and try and catch that? It's one of my favourite things to do.
I love it, but I haven't found one that I've been
It's,
like, I need to go back to that. So I'd love to know.
Yeah, well, I'd recommend that to anyone. Anyone should go and find your local church, whatever religion it is. There'll be a carol service on at some stage and go along. It's amazing.
It's magic, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's great. It's amazing to just hear people singing these lovely songs. And they'll be singing all the classics as well, so it's a great thing to go along to. Actually, Trinity have a big one in the front square if anyone's in Dublin. We might go to that as well, maybe if I'm up. I think it's yeah.
Like Christmas week?
Yeah, I remember when I was a student, yeah. Everyone
that's
pack into
brilliant.
the church in the front square.
Oh, amazing.
And hear all
Nice.
those great big kind of hymns in a church. They pass out the music so you could even sing parts and stuff
Oh,
like that.
amazing.
But any kind of local church
Yeah.
would be doing a carol service at some stage, and I'd recommend, even if you're not a mass goer, or
Yeah.
I said regardless of religion or anything, just go in and soak up the atmosphere. Yeah.
What about didn't carol singers go around to people's doors like back in the day?
That'd be good to do again,
That'd be
wouldn't
so cool.
That'd be cool.
Huh.
Like the Wren boys. I
it? Maybe
presume,
myself
but-
and Florence and Julie do that up and
You
down
could
the
go
road.
around to door
That'd be nice.
singing songs.
We used to do it with our school every year. We just go to a shopping centre. There'd be a crowd of 10, 15 of us, and we'd just be singing away.
That
we used to
is
collect
cool.
for charity. I can't remember which one now. In secondary school, and our maths teacher of all people would be like, right, let's go, and leading us all along to go.
That's
That's
brilliant.
great fun as well doing that. Yeah.
Yeah,
We should maybe do that next year. Do a DABBLEDOO
carol service.
carol service, sing a few songs.
Yeah.
That'd be
Just
great.
go out in the street and do.
Do it down here.
Amazing. Right, guys, watch this space next year.
Yeah,
We're gonna do
next
a
year we'll
carol
be doing that.
service
It'd
in
be
Top
great
Gun
crack,
Factory.
wouldn't it?
Oh, it'd be so much
We
fun.
used to do
Christmas
it every
party.
year with the band, the 12-piece band that they're playing, but we used to meet up the day after our big gig in Temple Bar and do it for Guide Dogs for the Blind
And busk.
and busk there.
Oh,
Yeah,
brilliant.
I make loads of money. It was great.
That's
And all the dogs were there as well.
Was Roy Keane there?
No, Roy Keane never turned up. I was disappointed. Yeah, I always wished he'd turn up someday. That was always great fun. That was the best day of the year, going doing that. Meeting up at
Right in the
middle of town,
Yeah.
taking a nice day to just sing some songs and raise some money for charity. It was
brilliant.
great.
Town has a great atmosphere. Like we used to just go in once around Christmas time as kids and just go look at the lights,
Soak
and
it up.
go into an Eddie Rockets or something, grab a meal. But it was always about going in, seeing town at Christmas. And that was
Yeah. And what's your big tip for Christmas for the day off? You told me this a couple of years, and I've never done it. I don't know why I didn't do it.
I used to take one of my 3 EPV days and just have a day off in the middle of the week, go into town, get the Christmas shopping done, and sit and have a nice coffee somewhere. Nice
Great
lunch.
idea.
Yeah.
I never thought of it because I'm usually just busy at Christmas to take a day off.
Take a day off and just
A random
be.
Tuesday in December, it's nowhere near as
Did
busy
you
in town.
and did you do loads of shopping, or did you kind of relax a bit? A bit of shopping.
A bit of shopping, but you know, going to a nice coffee shop, getting your like, you know, your mince pie and your coffee, and just sitting there and thinking about what you might get people.
Oh,
like
yeah.
what I describe it as taking yourself on a date type of thing.
Yeah.
That's great at Christmas.
Gold.
That's very good.
So good for your
might
mental
do that.
health. I used to take
I'll
myself.
just tell everyone else I'm working.
You're working.
A day full of meetings and just take myself out for a coffee and a mince pie.
I'll know where you are though.
Yeah, it's okay.
Tell each other. Just say nothing. Don't tell Shane we're on a date with ourselves.
And is there any well, we have a couple of things, that the quest for the jingle.
Yes.
So we did that. And
Great
it's like
show.
an online show. We did it in person. It was if for anyone who doesn't know what Quest for the Jingle is, you have to go and look it up. But it was a show that myself and Joe devised. How many years ago?
2020? No, sorry,
that?
no.
No, it was like
we recorded the one that
2016 or
people are
something.
watching
Yeah.
now in 2020.
2015 or 16, I'd say
We
it was.
must have created in
Yeah,
2015.
where the jingle goes out of the... You've seen it, have you? Of course you have. Or have you? Have you seen the whole thing?
I don't know if I've seen
Maybe
the whole
not.
thing.
So the jingle goes out of the jingle bells.
Mm.
And that means that Santa's sleigh can't
Won't
go. None of the
move.
magic for Christmas will happen if the jingle isn't in the jingle bells. We have to find out where the jingle's gone and try and get it back.
So
And
the
we do
idea
that
was
by
the
playing
sound.
music with people all around the world.
Yeah. The sound
very good.
powered the sleigh. So we had to make music with everyone in the audience to get the sleigh back.
And then at the end of the show, we have to see if the jingle's back working in the jingle bells. I won't give it away.
And
But,
the online one, the kids can play along to it, can't they?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So that's a great Christmas show. If people can't get to a panto, maybe they're going to go see a panto.
Yeah.
6th class are in for a treat this year because they get to see some really great footage from pantos in their lessons. But if people can't get to a panto, we've got Quest for a Jingle. Bring the show into your classroom. Then we have our winter show, Tracks in the Snow.
Tracks in the Snow.
From the Ark, which is very, very exciting as well. Really great. Some great tunes in that show, isn't there? And the Henry Girls.
Guaranteed to be stuck in your head for the next couple of weeks.
For the rest of your life,
For
I
the
feel.
rest of your
Yeah,
life.
it's brilliant. So that's all,
So
that's already
catchy.
up there, yeah. For that's a great one. It's a winter alternative as opposed to a Christmas show. It's a nice winter show.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I said, from the Henry Girls and the Ark. It's a great show.
So good.
Just great when you're in those upper years and you're not sure who, you know, you're not sure who's still, how, to what extent is Christmas done in one household over the other. And, you know, you don't want to be bringing up people who might cause a bit of controversy in the classroom.
Yeah,
as well.
exactly.
So,
Yeah, you have to find the balance, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so it's a great one for the older classes for sure.
But any classroom where, like, even if there's kids in the room who don't celebrate Christmas, is that buzz leading up to it is great.
Yeah.
Because I think they'll feed off the excitement of the other kids, and everyone's just excited, and you know, you're looking forward to your break as well, so you're getting excited. It's a great time to be in a school, I think.
Yeah, it's very exciting just being around kids in general.
Yeah.
I have had really two contrasting Christmas experiences because I used to work as a clown doctor in Crumlin, so I've spent days in Crumlin Hospital with kids experiencing their Christmas, the Christmas week, and then the contrast to being in Lapland as an elf working with loads of different kids and families over there. So I 1 week I went from one to the next in the same week, and I was like, oh my god, this is just opposite ends of the spectrum, you know. But all Christmas was bringing joy to so many people as well, even though it was really tough. You know, some of the rooms had Christmas trees, and you know, so many people came around Christmas. And a very special actor, I think it's a secret, I don't know, it's not a secret anymore, but I'm pretty sure Colin Farrell goes into hospital at Crumlin on Christmas Day and brings presents around to the kids and says hi to them, and like, it's very low key, you know what I mean? How sound is that? Like, just
so sound.
And like, loads of people like just donate loads of different gifts and selection boxes. And
it used to be like when we were in school, we did the shoebox peel,
yeah,
where you filled that, and it would always amaze me, even as like a kid, to see just how many shoeboxes were being filled in like our school, like in the foyer of our school. Like, it would just be like packed with all these boxes of stuff for kids who really needed them.
Yeah. Have you heard about the care pack, where you can send a care pack to somebody in a nursing home?
No.
Yeah, so you just sign up and then you're allocated like a person in a nursing home, say in Cork or wherever, and you put together a care pack for them. Like, it's adorable. It's so cute. I mean, it's sad, and then it's also like heartwarming, because it does, like, that Christmas spirit does like, it's hard for some people, but it does bring people together as well, which is lovely.
We do a lovely, I'm a volunteer with the Red Cross, and we do a lovely one of the areas does a really lovely event where they will invite people from care homes all around that part of the country, and we'll bring them to a hotel for the day, give them a 3-course Christmas meal, bit of dancing, bit of a raffle for all these gifts. And so like normally we're like trained in first aid and medical stuff, but that day we're just waitresses and bartenders and raffle announcers, and it's such a great, it's my favorite one. Every time it comes up I try and get onto it because it's just such a lovely thing to do, and to just chat away to them, because they love chatting away to you about Christmas and about how excited and how lovely their meal was, and you sit and chat to them for ages and they're like, oh, that was a great apple crumble this year. And it's always so lovely. So that's coming up soon. I'm very excited.
Are you going to do it?
I got onto it this year.
Oh,
so
that's brilliant.
very excited for it.
Brilliant. Well done. So anything else coming up for anybody over Christmas?
No, I don't think so. I thought you were talking about what's new at DABBLEDOO. You want to go into that? No.
Are you ready for what's new at DABBLEDOO?
What is new
new
at
at
DABBLEDOO?
What's
What's
new
new
at
at DABBLEDOO?
Maybe we could do it all together. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
What's new at DABBLEDOO?
Oh my god. So corny. So cringy. So what is new at DABBLEDOO? Shane, what's new at DABBLEDOO?
Tracks in the Snow,
Tracks in the
as
Snow.
we just mentioned. Yeah, Tracks in the Snow is the new one this year, which again is that show from the Ark and the Henry Girls, and it's 50 minutes, isn't it? About 50 minutes
Yeah.
of songs, with a kind of a narrative thread throughout of winter themes and things. But it's amazing performance. They recorded it. When did they record it? I think they recorded back in 2020. Was that when they were putting digitizing a lot of these things?
It was first released in 2017, but then they brought it back due to popular demand.
Oh, nice.
And
And now
it's
it's back again?
And now it's back again.
And it's a great version, the kind of live version. It's great. Amazing musicianship out of them. It's like,
Yeah,
there's a whole 50 minutes of them
couldn't get
singing and
over
playing, and it's great.
Yeah.
So that's new, and the kids are going to love that. So I think there's
Great.
already people signing up, but I suppose it's in the last week really when teachers and kids are looking for just kind of things. They're too excited at that
Things
stage
to fill
do
the day.
Yeah, too excited to do any kind of work or anything. They just want to enjoy things. So that's a nice treat for them.
I suppose this will be the first time a lot of people will be doing the Christmas art lessons,
Yeah.
which would be cool. I do apologise to first and second class. It's the only time that glitter appears in DABBLEDOO art. And it's based off a craft I used to do with my mum when I was younger. So you get a pine cone and you dip it in glue and then cover it in glitter, and you'd have your own little personal Christmas tree that you'd have.
Oh, nice.
And I used to keep it on my desk in school. And that was my little Christmas tree. And, you put like pom-poms or something in it. So
That's
had to bring
cool.
that one in.
That's nice.
Unbelievable.
My mum is delighted it's in there. So,
Great.
but you can use paint if you don't want
I
to use
must
glitter.
do that one. That's a great one. Okay. Glitter, paint, pine cone. And you make a little stand for it? Or how does it stand up?
Yeah, so you can glue them into like a bottle cap or a piece of cork or something.
That's a great one. I'm going to do
Or
that the weekend.
Tea light, tea light would be perfect. Even if you kind of, like, even if the wax is still in,
Did you use
just glue it in.
like green glitter for them all? Or any colour, doesn't matter.
Yeah, any colour. Like, I think the one in the programme is green, but I had all sorts. I had a rainbow one year.
Oh, nice.
It was just all the glitter that was left in the house. And my mom just used that. I was like, I have a rainbow one.
No,
So,
just like, messiness scale is
11.
11 out of
Really?
10.
Really?
But if you put a piece of card underneath whatever you're using with the glitter, and then at the end you can just funnel it back into whatever container you're using.
Okay.
That's the best way to try and contain it, but you
Great.
will still be hoovering it out of everything for the
And
next
your
For the
eyelashes
rest of the year,
and your
yeah.
eyebrows and everything.
Right.
So
I was I heard last year, like, lots of people when they're putting away their Christmas decorations put like a bottle of wine in with the box and like €50 in an envelope, and it was like, next year when you're putting up your
That's a good
decorations,
idea.
here's a bottle of wine and money for a takeaway.
That's good.
Isn't it a good
Brilliant.
idea?
I put in a film roll of pictures I took this time last year. I have to get it developed.
So you're gonna
And
get
I haven't, I haven't seen them yet.
Oh
Get
my
it developed.
God.
Yeah, wait a year and develop them.
That's cool.
I hope I haven't lost the roll of film. I remember where I put it, but you're saving something for a year and you keep it in a safe place, and you go, where
Where's
was
the
that
safe
place?
place?
But yeah, that's a nice idea. Because on your camera, you used to just immediately see in the
Yeah.
photograph. It's cool taking a picture and not seeing it for a year.
That's
so
a great idea.
looking forward to developing those now.
I might bring some like disposable cameras to Christmas. Would that be a good idea?
that'd
You
be a
know,
great
print
one.
it off.
Yeah.
People do that at weddings as well, don't they?
Yeah, they get like a bunch
That
of
is nice, yeah. It's nice
Yeah.
having a physical copy of it, yeah.
Okay, so we have a new feature, a new resource in drama, which is called Soundcraft. I was trying to be cool and down with the kids, you know, Minecraft, Soundcraft.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we will see. But it's all about creating scenes inspired by sound effects. Yeah, so we made that resource with our wonderful team. So excited to see how that works out. Actually, we were inspired. We went to see a play, myself and Shane, in the Ark, My Aunt Amy. And there was just a sound effect at one point, and it was like, I think it was like a puddle or something. Do you remember what it was?
No.
And I was like imagine you just heard that, and like what could come from that, you know? So what can you create from just a sound? So we created that together. So yeah, excited. And obviously then the pantomime lessons as well with Joe Conlon from the Gaiety Panto. It's no ordinary panto, it's the Gaiety Panto. So he is the voice behind that. So we have him on our content. He said he's going to send us a video in his full gear.
Cool.
Amazing.
Saying happy Christmas to all of us. Yeah. So
Great.
that's very, very exciting.
And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of kids who recognize Joe and are going to be very excited to see him in the content. So.
Yeah. I'm going to go to see the panto, I think, in Dundrum this year. We went last year as well. So we're going to go. It's not as big as the Gaiety, so it's good for better for smaller kids. Yeah. I used to be in it years ago. Did a couple of years of panto gigging, and it is not for the faint-hearted. It's a big job. It's a marathon. Like that's what Joe talks about as well. It's like it's a big gig, you know. So love to all those people doing pantos this year. Okay, so moving on to the next section. Questions from our teachers. So thank you to all the teachers who sent us in some questions. We're going to pick 2 for today. And as always, please send in your questions to us, because we love to hear from teachers and parents as well. So one of the questions was how to fill up those last couple of days in school when you have no focus in the classroom. Everyone is just ready for holidays. You're ready for holidays.
There's not a lick of work to be doing.
Absolutely not a lick of work.
It's usually the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and those last 3 days are usually really hard. So what I did, I was in an Educate Together, so obviously there wasn't a lot of Christmas lead up, but we were getting ready for our winter festival. So our school did a little kind of, I think there was, because the Parents Association would come up and take the class, bring them down to this fun thing, and the teachers weren't invited. Well, we stayed with some, like their kids were going down in groups, and we stayed with the other lot. But they had like a cotton candy, like candy floss machine, and they had like some goodies, and I think the kids got hot chocolate. Or maybe I did go down with them. I have vague memories of
you were in and out
of being down there and maybe coming back up. It was so long ago. And one thing I did with my class that worked really well is we worked, I did Class Dojo as our management system, but it was a whole class thing. So the whole class earned a point if one was caught being good. So if a teacher came in and went, wow, you know, this class has been very quiet, or if they're walking the yard and a teacher said, oh, very good line, they got a point for being caught being good.
Oh my God. I love that twist on caught being good.
Yeah.
That's great.
And they'd earned enough points to earn a cozy day. So they got to come in. I told them to come in their like usual clothes, but then they could bring like an oodie or their pajamas or slippers or a teddy bear. And we just had our normal day at school. Like this was probably the Monday before, so we were still doing some bits of work. Like they'd normally have to do like a maths assessment around then, but they were doing it all in their pajamas, and it was just
great.
Like, you know, for them the novelty of I've got like Snuggles the teddy bear beside me doing my maths test, and it was great crack. And then like at the end of the day we stuck something on, and they had like a couple of treats and stuff, and they absolutely loved it. One other thing I did is I brought in a load of like rich tea biscuits on the last day before the holidays, and just a load of like icing and
great,
like jellies and fruit and bits, and they just got to make their own cookie. And like it wasn't a Christmas cookie, but it was a cookie, and then they had so much fun making and decorating them as well.
That's brilliant.
Just little things you can do like that throughout that kind of week. But the cozy day was such a hit.
I feel like this is a cozy day. Shout out to Finders Keepers who gave us these wonderful jumpers.
Very cool.
From the Vintage Shop, which is features also in the drama content. Plug. Finders Keepers is a vintage shop, so it's in a lesson about sustainability. So it's great to just kind of look in other places this time of year as well for alternative gifts. And somebody else is asking about gifts for parents that children could maybe make in the classroom. Any tips from our art?
You can do a lot of really nice little keepsake things, like down in the younger years. If you get them to do like a clay handprint or a piece of handprint art, which shows just how little they were at the time.
Oh, that's deadly.
You can do a lot of art pieces that are like, you paint like Santa's hat and you paint their hand white, and that's the beard then. Or up at the older years, normally I'd take out a bit of clay and let them kind of make a decoration or make something for mum or dad to hang on the tree.
Yeah, that's nice.
We still have one of my sisters that's bordering on 20 years old at this stage. Don't know where any of mine are, but that's another, I think they fell off the tree long ago. And
I'm sure they were very good though.
They were as good as 6-year-old me could make them. But yeah, like the kind of gifts that the parents seemed to appreciate the most were those little handmade things that just reminded them of how little
tiny
they were at that time. And
Yeah.
always make sure to write like the year, or we might have written down what their favorite color was or what they were really excited to get for Christmas that year.
That's brilliant.
And there's loads of nice music up there to listen to as well that people can listen. There's 2 radio shows I think up there as well that we have.
We recorded one live last year. No, 2 years ago.
2 years ago, in the year previous. Yeah. We might have 3 Christmas shows. But anyway, they're whole like hour-long shows all about Christmas and us chatting about some of the songs. So they're nice things to have on in the classroom for the last week or few days. And
at any point in December.
Yeah. And there's a playlist up there of like loads of tunes up on Spotify as well. So even if you could just go to DABBLEDOO and Spotify Christmas. Search for DABBLEDOO and Christmas, you'll find the playlist and loads of nice stuff there. But the radio shows are good fun as well. So just for a classroom, having stuff on all for that last week is great.
We did that for secondary school, like in art, just normal art class. For the whole month of December, we just had a playlist going, or like it probably was a CD at that point of like Christmas tunes, and it was great just to sit and make a bit of art and listen to Christmas music.
That's all you want to do for the last week, isn't it? It's just make art and listen to nice tunes.
Wind down, And don't forget on the last day to absolutely pump them full of sugar and send them up and send them to their parents and be like, good luck.
See you later.
No.
Okay, I think we might have come to the end of our Christmas special podcast. So thank you to everyone for listening in. We want to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We'll be back to you in January with some content about how to ease back into your drama lessons, your music lessons, your art lessons, and giving you some fun insights into what happened in our Christmas. We've got our Christmas party coming up as well, which is very, very exciting.
Very exciting.
So yeah, thanks again to everybody, and should we try our 3, 2, 1 Merry Christmas?
Yeah.
All right.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Merry Christmas.